There is a desire on the part of Liz and Brice to make each and every moment memorable for their daughter. They continue to make plans for new activities in order to make the most of every time they spend with their young daughter. Special preparations are now being made by the cast members of 7 Little Johnstons in order to commemorate Easter. The Johnston family is recording their highs and lows in season 15, which is now underway. Trent is coping with the health problems he is experiencing in his head. On the broadcast, he is also expressing his sorrow over the death of his grandfather. On the other hand, the reality TV star is always eager to spend time with his granddaughter regardless of the circumstances. To celebrate the holiday for the very first time with their newest family member, the entire family is in a joyful and celebratory mood. Because of this, they have substantial strategies to ensure that everything seems flawless. In that case, what are Liz and Brice planning to do? The question is, how will they make it memorable? How are they spending their time? As a result of the birth of their child, Liz Johnston and Brice Bolden relocated to living with Trent and Amber. It was necessary for the former to receive specialized treatment and the support of her parents while she was pregnant. The fact that her parents were so controlling and inquisitive, on the other hand, caused the star of 7 Little Johnstons to experience fresh problems with her spouse. Fans longed for Liz and Brice to have a happy life together with their daughter and move out of the house. Since this was the case, the pair shocked their fans in the month of December 2024. To make the announcement that they had moved into their new home, the TLC stars posed with the keys to their new abode. Amber sent a message on her Instagram page congratulating Liz and Brice on their significant accomplishment. Many people were relieved to learn that the couple will be moving away from the Johnston family in order to raise their kid. That the reality TV stars made the decision to rebuild their relationship and concentrate on their family was something that they appreciated. Through the birth of their lovely daughter, Leighton Drew, Liz and Brice's life underwent a profound transformation. They took on the role of new parents and learned new things about parenting as a result of their experience. The small baby is a favorite of Amber, Trent, and their siblings and children. The fact that Leighton was showered with affection by her grandparents, aunts, and uncles was a source of great joy for her fans. The preparations that Liz and Brice have for celebrating their daughter's first Easter were discussed in a new episode of the 7 Little Johnstons. The entire family participated in the activity of dyeing eggs, and as they were doing so, they all laughed and joked with one another. Everyone was instructed by Trent to take Jonah's emotional preparation into consideration. It was brought to his attention that he did not like the bunny's personality. In order to make Leighton pick the eggs that were the greatest, they all turned the procedure of dyeing eggs into a competition. Not only that, but Liz disclosed that this year, Brice would be dressed up as Bunny. I could tell that Leighton was delighted to see the rabbit and that he was having fun with it. Liz complimented her companion on how well they handled themselves as an Easter bunny. After that, Amber and Trent's children came together to create some wonderful memories by participating in various Easter games. Emma, Anna, Liz, and Alex, together with Jonah, discussed the techniques that they had developed in order to win the games. In order to explain how they were able to win the games, they related the stories of how they broke the rules. Upon witnessing their next 2 generations celebrate the event together, Trent and Amber experienced a range of emotions. It was also enjoyable for them to observe their children spending Easter with Leighton in the same manner that they had always celebrated with them. They experienced a lot of emotion as they witnessed the fruits of their labor and the parenting they had done. The decisions that Trent and Amber make as parents, which include spying on their older children, are frequently criticized for being nosy and domineering. A history of controlling and overprotective conduct toward their children can be found among the actors who play the roles of the 7 Little Johnstons. Fans, on the other hand, are rather dissatisfied with the situation because of the way they handled Jonah. In the aftermath of the surrounding Delta 8, he has resumed living with his original parents. In light of this, the parents of the reality TV star monitor their son's every action and behavior, Using their other children, Trent and Amber make it a point to keep a close check on Jonah and make sure to track his activities. To be honest, it does not appear like the followers are responding well to this. They are now criticizing them for going above what was expected of them. Why are you so outraged, fans? Exactly what did they do? As was the case with the majority of his siblings, Jonah Johnston, who played the role of 7 Little Johnstons, left his parents' house in order to begin his life. Following in Anna's footsteps, he worked hard to establish a successful life for himself. The reality TV personality is currently in a relationship with his long-term girlfriend, Ashley, and the two of them are showing a lot of seriousness toward one another. As a result, Jonah must be on the lookout for significant actions to take in order to become independent. Nevertheless, when he attempted to experience Delta 8, he encountered a difficulty or obstacle. After taking the medicine, the reality TV personality experienced a panic attack resulting from an unfortunate journey that she had taken by unintentionally. It was imperative that Trent, Amber, and the rest of the family move quickly in order to meet his needs. A period of time was required for Jonah to recuperate from the distressing event. Because of this, Trent and Amber were required to come to his rescue and bring him back to their house so that they could continuously monitor his actions. When it comes to the privacy of their children, Trent and Amber have a tendency to go beyond the bounds of acceptable behavior. They faced a significant amount of criticism after they read the private conversations that Jonah had with his girlfriend, Ashley. Over the course of time, the actors from 7 Little Johnstons have been subjected to criticism for their inappropriate behavior. Recently, a user on Reddit rewatched an older episode and had feelings of sadness for Jonah. I went and watched the famed Delta 8 episode, and I felt so awful for the guy. That was what the original poster explained. It was hard for the user to comprehend that Trent and Amber had treated their son in such a manner. They pretended as if he had engaged in unlawful activity or smoked crack under a bridge. The fan had the impression that Jonah had simply gotten a little too high, and as a result, he had a panic attack. That being the case, Trent and Amber need not to treat him like an aging dog that is incapable of being left alone for even an hour. The sentiment was shared by a number of supporters who believed that he required some alone time. Someone who is a fan of the band stated that they made a big deal about Delta 8s. There was another user who was of the opinion that they need to let Jonah to make his own errors and learn from them. Additionally, in order to prevent their child from becoming addicted, Trent and Amber's choice was backed by other people. At this point, it is Jonah's responsibility, and if he were responsible, perhaps he would be able to stand up to them. He is a separate user pointed out. Initially, the reality TV celebrity should not have let down his parents, according to the fans' opinion.